welcome back. My name is Stephanie Yin. In this video, I'm going to talk about the top 5 mistakes in March by 19 to 10Q players. A lot of players make mistakes on extension moves. So whether they should make an extension move on the 3rd line or 4th line, here is the example. So you can see there are 2 extension moves on the board. White extended here, black extended here. So which one is better? One is on the 3rd line and one is on the 4th line, or both moves are good. So let's talk about white extension move first. So you will realize white extending here inside of black's territory. So when you extend in your opponent's territory, you should always keep your stone on the 3rd line, because you only have one support on the left and you don't have any support on the right. So if you extend on the 4th line, and later on when your opponent approach you from the right side, then you still need to play an actual move to protect your group. Then you will realize this exchange move is not necessary. So remember, when you try to extend in your opponent territory, you should always keep on the 3rd line to protect and settle your group better. Alright, so now let's talk about extension move for black. So black choose to extend it on the 4th line. Is it good? The answer is yes, because black has one support on the top, one support on the bottom. So when you play the extension move on the 4th line, you want to concentrate and focus on expanding the territory and influence the center. So extending on the 4th line is better than the 3rd line. But even when you want to extend on the 3rd line, it's also okay. But most of the time, when you want to expand your territory or influence to the center, the 4th line is better. Okay, so now you understand where to extend. Let's move to the next one. And the 4th mistake in March I have seen is my student always got haned on the head of 2, which we should always avoid by our opponent. So here is the example. So white just played this move here, which is the mistake. So white played a shoulder hit and black approached from the left side. So white is supposed to no-be or extend here to try to escape, but instead white played blocking move here, which is the mistake. So now black should hane here on the head of 2, because after black hanes, not only black expand the territory on the bottom areas, but at the same time, these 2 stones, the liberty is very short. So remember, never get haned on the head of the 2. We should always avoid it. A lot of players don't know where to escape when they get attacked. So here is the example. Black just played a pincer move here to attack white 4 stones. So now for white has 2 choices. One is to make an eye space on the top or escape on the bottom areas. So where is better? So when you try to make an eye space or settlement move, you're always looking for a 2-space extension so that you have enough space to make eyes. But obviously we don't have enough space on the top. If you want to play the 2-space extension, that would be an attachment move, which is not good, because that stone will be haned and will be cut off and separated. So obviously that's not a good move. So when you try to escape, you should always go to a wider area. So the correct move should be 1-space jump here. But when white is playing the 1-space jump here, white is also looking for some eye space on the left side. So that means black needs to play an extra move to destroy the eye space, and then white is able to jump to the center, and now white is able to make eye space in the center now. So remember, when you try to protect your group or you want to escape, you always go to the wider area. I see a lot of players play attachment move, but some of them are really bad. So here is the example. So white just played a small diagonal move to the center to try to separate black group on the left and on the right. So the question here is, where should black play? And I see a lot of players like to play attachment move here to try to connect. Is it good? The answer is no, because when black played an attachment move here, obviously it will get honeyed. And when black get honeyed, black still has to try to connect, either extend, but it doesn't work because the cut on the top, it doesn't work because white can connect it on the top. Okay, if black tries to cut white directly, and it doesn't work either because white can Atari on the right and push, and then the two black groups are also separated. So the question here, where should black play that? So black should, if black wants to connect it on the top, black should just play the knight move to connect right away. Or black can escape to the wider area, and at the same time, black separated white. So remember, in a fight, never play attachment move. The most common mistake I see in March is the wedge on one space jump, but it doesn't work. Here is the example. Okay, so you will see black played a 2 one space jump, and white also played a 2 one space jump. I see a lot of players play the wedge on the one space jump, which is really, really bad move. And please remember, the wedge doesn't work when you try to separate one space jump, because when you wedge, your opponent will Atari on one of the sides, either here or here. So if black Atari's here, now you have to connect the stone you wedged. And then it looks like black has 2 cutting points, but the 2 cutting points actually doesn't work for you, because when black connected one of the cutting points, then you have to cut the other. And you will realize one stone next to black's group will get hurt, and at the same time your stone will get cut as well. Let's see if black Atari from the left side. That will be a very similar result. And then when black connected on the bottom and you cut on the top, and then yes, you cut off one black stone, but all of your corner stones are dead. So that's not a fair trade. You kill the one stone, but all of your territory in the corner is gone. And that's the same thing for black. As black trying to wedge white, it doesn't work either, because white will Atari and then connect. If black wants to cut, that stone on the top is also separated and now is dead. So make sure you're not going to wedge one space jump unless there's only one situation the wedge works. When you have the 2 strong wall on both sides, and when you wedge, you are not worried about any cutting points for yourself, then your opponent will face very difficult times whether to connect it on the bottom. If they connect it on top, you can always cut it on the bottom. If they connect it on the bottom, you can always cut it on the top. Except this situation, the wedge never work. Okay, so please remember, never wedge one space jump unless you have a strong wall on both sides. These are the top 5 common mistakes that you should always avoid. If you need to, watch the video again. If you have any more questions, you can go to our website or our Facebook page. My name is Stephanie Yin. I will see you next time.